What's up, geometry? Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Math with Mullins. Today we're looking at 11.4, which is the surface area of spheres, and then mixing that with 11.7, which is the volume of spheres. So we're going to start with surface area. Surprisingly, the surface area of a sphere, I think, is the most simple formula we've seen so far in Chapter 11, that outside of area of triangles and squares. That surface area can be found by taking 4 pi r squared. So we just want to make sure we're given radius and make sure we are plugging in things accordingly. So let's go ahead and get started with examples 1 and 2. So go ahead and take that formula 4 pi r squared. I'm going to have you pause the video and try this on your own, and when you're ready to check it, go ahead and click play. So for number 1, I plugged in 4 times pi times 7.1 squared. You could even multiply just your numbers first and then multiply pi, but either way, 4 times pi times 7.1 times 7.1 should give you 633.47. If you were to write this in terms of pi, you could say 201.64 pi, and then once you calculate with pi, that's where you get your final answer. Number 2, the radius needing to be used here is 11 feet, so 4 times pi times 11 squared. 11 squared times 4 is 484, so you could write in terms of pi 484 pi, or calculating it completely, 1,520.53 feet squared. Example 3 is a hemisphere, and we have to be cautious with how we're going to find the total area. So the first thing we want to do is think about the outside sphere would be covered if we just took the surface area and divided it by 2. So that's going to be this part right here. So thinking about how do we find the top part, which would still be easy. So 4 pi times radius squared of 5 squared, 4 times 5 times 5, that's going to be 100 pi. And then 100 pi divided by 2 would be 157.08. But now we want to think about, okay, well, what's the surface area of my just remaining circle? So circle is still going to be what we learned in the very beginning, pi r squared. So pi times 25 is going to give us 78.54. So when we add those two together, that gives us our surface area of 235.62 square kilometers. So I guess the only tricky part is remembering to divide by 2 and then adding on the extra part of that circle at the top. On the back of our notes, we have the volume of a sphere, and that is the formula 4/3 pi r cubed. For me, though, what makes more sense is to take 4 times pi times radius cubed and then divide everything by 3. So that's exactly what we're going to see here in example 1 for this section. So finding the volume, again, I want the radius. My radius is 12, so let's do 4 times pi times 12 cubed and then divide my final answer by 3. We should get 7,238.23 cubic millimeters. If you want to, go ahead and pause the video here to see what example 2 has for you, and when you're ready to check it, click play. So still start off the same way here, 4 times pi times 14 cubed divided by 3, but because this entire thing is a hemisphere, we're going to divide our entire answer by 2. So 4 times pi times 14 cubes divided by 3 gives us 11,494.04, but when we cut that in half for our hemisphere, we're getting 5,747.02 cubic yards. Okay? Last example here in our notes, finding the volume. Go ahead and pause here, try this question, and when you're ready to check it, go ahead and click play. So 2 things we see here. We see a cone and we see a hemisphere. Okay, so my cone, remember, is 1/3 area of the base times height. So area of the base is pi times radius squared, so that's pi times 8 squared, and then the height is 17, but then when I'm done, I should be dividing that answer by 3. We should get 1,139.35 cubic millimeters. And then for the hemisphere, 4 times pi times radius cubed, so 8 cubed, divided by 3, but then that entire thing divides by 2. So we get, before we divide by 2, 2,144.66 for an entire sphere, but dividing that by 2, we get 1,072.33 cubic millimeters. So to find my complete volume of the composite figure, we're adding both of the volumes together for a grand total of 2,211.68 cubic millimeters. And there we have it. Spheres, the formula looks kind of crazy for volume, but I find it one of the easier ones to try. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll find our last lesson in Unit 11 for the next video, and that's going to be finding the volume of different composite shapes. Have a great day. Bye.